YouTube Nation, Manvin TV, aka Me TV, aka video games are serious business. But today I mean that in a good way. That's right, in a good way. Now for months, guys, I've been showing you guys how video games are helping society. I'm going to show you again exactly more uprising, and you gamers, you guys are doing it again. I swear. What I've shown y'all this week is going to be amazing. I have put like this. For what I've seen so far this week, if this is what video games are going to come to, I'm all for it. I'm just saying, there is hope. But before I get started, I want to say thank you guys for watching the show. Thank you for sending me information. This week has been a blur. It really has for me. But today's show is brought to you by the original ice hockey. That's right. I was going to show you the original ice hockey. I'm not going to show y'all Blades of Steel. That's just overkill if I show y'all the Blades of Steel, all right? But the original ice hockey, y'all remember that. That's been great. Let's get into today's show. We're going to start today with EA. That's right. I know EA. They've been just, man, they just one move after another this week. They just mess up all the time. But let's get started. This is about Battlefield 3, all right? EA bans hundreds of gamers because of the Battlefield 3 XP exploit. That's right. Now, a lot of people have lost connection. They've been kicked off of, Origins? They've been everything, all right? They've banned them, period, because of the XP exploit. Now, look, you could have easily went about this a better way, EA. Instead of banning hundreds of gamers who paid for your game, yes, instead of hundreds of gamers, you could have just patched it. You could have just patched the exploit, couldn't you have? I mean, this is something that you forgot. Obviously, it's called an exploit for a reason because there's something wrong with the programming. You can easily patch this, but instead, you decided, hey, let's just ban everyone. And EA says they have no problem banning more people. That makes no sense. Are you going to give them their money back? No. No, you know you're not. Seriously, stop banning people because of over some XP in a game and patch it. That's all you got to do. Patch it and let those people play their game that they paid for. Anyways, let's keep going on. I understand that, terms of service and yeah, they were cheating or whatever. Whatever. It's a game. It's a game. All right? Come on. Anyways, in rumor news, the Wii-U are to have open online system using EA Origins. That's right. So far it's a rumor, but I'm telling you fans, if you don't like what you're hearing already, say something now before it actually becomes true. Do something about it now. All right. Also, here's something that's going to piss off a lot of people. EA again. My God. EA is testing the idea of charging for specific game modes. That's right. So they're going to give you half your game, and then they're going to charge you for modes to go along. They're already starting this with Fight Night Champion. That's right. So they're charging you, I believe it's $5 for Fight Night Champion, or is it $5 or $10, something like that, for the story mode. Then any other mode after that, they're going to hit you with more prices. All right? That's what's going to happen. Now, I know you guys are going to say, well, that doesn't sound like much. $5, $10 doesn't sound like much, but you're paying for more modes. At the end of all this, plus DLC and all this other crap going on, Online Pass, it's going to cost you more in the long run. Seriously, and they're talking about this may just branch off. It may branch off to other sports games, all right, and other games just in general, all right? So if you play NHL and you like this single-player mode, you want to play, Be a Pro, you may have to pay for that too. The link is in the info bar. Seriously, guys, if you do not like what you're hearing, like I said earlier this week, vote with your wallets. Show them that this won't fly, and they will stop doing it. They really will. Now, let's move on to Saints Row 3 news, all right? We heard this from Capcom last week about how they're charging for cheat codes. Well, Saints Row 3 is doing the same thing. They're charging for cheat codes, but as DLC. Pretty much they're putting the cheat codes, I believe, in a DLC pack. I believe, like I said, I really didn't get a chance to really read that article because I've been so busy, all right? But that's the gist of what I'm getting, all right? I'm sure you guys will read and say, no, Event, that's not right. I'll reread it later, okay? It's not a big deal, all right? Also, here is something that I did read. Saints Row the 3rd signs up for a season pass. That's right, just like how Rockstar had their season pass and everyone didn't like that, and every other place has a season pass, Saints Row's getting ready to hit you with a season pass with all the DLC coming down the line. Just letting you guys know. Also, here's some despicable news, all right? Parents name Skyrim their child, after Skyrim's Dragonborn Hero. That's right. Now, look, guys, I'll put it like this. If parents want to name their kids after video game characters or whatever because they like the name or whatever, that's fine. I don't have a problem with it because you like the name. But the article states that they only named this child this name because of the fact that it was a challenge that was put out by Bethesda. A challenge. So now you're naming your kid someone who has to stick with that name for the rest of their life, regardless what the name is. You're doing it on a challenge, on a bet? What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong? What the fuck is wrong with parents these days? Let's just keep going. I don't care how hardcore of a gamer you are. That's bullshit. All right. Now, also more Skyrim news. All right. Bethesda suggests that, now listen, you 360 guys, all right? 360 users hold off in installing the game until a patch is released. because apparently it has a lot of bugs and a lot of problems. You guys have been messaging me left and right about all these problems with Bethesda. Look, I'll put it like this. Bethesda, you fucked up. You really did. Because you want these people to buy your game, pre-order the game, or buy it first they buy, but yet you're telling them to not play it? So you want them to buy a game and not play it until you patch it. That's a that's a paperweight. That's what that is. And they go on to say, Skyrim's patch time frame is unclear. They're not sure when they're going to give it to you. It says Bethesda's working on a creation kit and bug fixes. This is going to become a problem. All right, Bethesda, you knew better. And a lot of people say, well, the games are so large and you can't get every bug. I understand that. But if you're having these type of problems where you're telling people to not play a game, maybe it's time to scale down your world. Maybe it's time. I understand you want to give gamers a full experience and what I'm hearing, unlimited quests and things of this nature. But when you have these type of problems where it stops a gamer from playing their game, there's a problem. There's a huge problem. All right, because that's what it comes down to. What's the point of having a big game if you can't play the damn thing? Anyways, let's keep going because, as you guys said, you guys have been complaining about all types of problems and glitches. There's a list of technical issues that you should know that's going on with this game. There's a link in the info bar for you. And to show you just what type of technical glitches we're having, I would say we, but Skyrim players in general are having, we even have a picture, we have a screenshot of just one of many problems that they have, even though it's pretty funny. Like I said before, there is good glitches. That's just funny to me, but I can see how that would piss some people off, all right? I can see that. Personally, I have a sense of humor for that, so it's really funny. And then there's bad glitches as well. Like I said, when a company tells you that to not play your game after you bought it, to not play your game until there's some type of patch put out, this game clearly was not ready to come out. It wasn't. It was rushed as far as I'm concerned. Skyrim, there's going to be big consequences for that. I need to move on, guys. Modern Warfare 3, this is something you guys need to hear. All you guys who scream dedicated servers, because that's all we ever hear now. Yo, if you don't have a dedicated server, it's not going to be good. Dedicated servers and matchmaking, yeah, guess what? It's messed up. Apparently, they have not had the right infrastructure for this to get all set up. They rushed it as well. It's not doing well. Gamers have come out on everywhere on the internet and said that Call of Duty Elite, yeah, something that you're supposed to be paying for, is still not working. Still not working. So they really need to fix that. Also, in more Call of Duty news, guys. Guys, a football team loses. That's right, they lose their game. The University of Louisville loses their football game and blames it on Call of Duty. Come on, man. Look, the coach goes on and blames Call of Duty, saying that the kids, they have so much pressure, so they play video games. Look, coach. If you didn't, I'll put it like this. If you lose a football game, the first thing people are going to say is maybe you just, the talent wasn't there, or you didn't watch enough film, or you didn't practice enough. For you to blame a football game when you are the coach of a football team. That's right. You're the coach of a football team, and it's your job to get these kids ready to play. That's right. It is your job to command that locker room, and you can't do it, and you blame Call of Duty? Look, let's cut the bullshit here, all right? We know that a lot of college players have full rides for scholarships. It's pretty much a job. It pretty much is. Let's be honest here, all right? Sports, the way they do things with athletes, college athletes, are not the same as you do with any other college student. Come on. Student athletes are completely different. It's like a job. Don't sit here and tell me that they couldn't do their job on the football field, that they have a full scholarship for, and then blame a video game. I'm not trying to hear that bullshit. I'm not trying to hear it. Anyways, guys, I need to move on, because BBC wants to film underage Modern Warfare 3 gamers. I don't see this going well. All right, first off, underage Modern Warfare 3 gamers will send off red flags as it is. All right, mature game, underage gamers. And then they're probably going to film the parents, why did you buy the game for them? All right, you can see where this is going. You really can. I don't understand, or at least I don't foresee any type of positive reinforcement coming from this, but I'll hold judgment a little bit until then. But right now, pretty much it's setting up the flag like, okay, this is going to get bad. This is going to get worse. And it's just going to give more people, I feel like especially news outlets, it's going to give them more ammo. It really is. But let's move on. Speaking of ammo, which Epic always relies on with Gears of War 3, I will say that right now they are defending their pre-launch DLC, trying to say that, hey, this is the way we're going to combat used games. No. This is not how you combat used games. I've been telling you guys for how many months now that the companies are making this stuff before, the regular product is out. So that's actually something you're supposed to get. You paid for it. It's on the disc. You paid for it, right? But no. Epic says that's not the case. They are going to sit here and back it to the end. There's no excuse for this if you ask me, all right? It's on the damn disc. You made it during regular production. What's the problem? Give the gamers what they paid for. There's no way you can defend this. I'm not trying to hear it. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's skins. I don't care what it is. All right? It's on the disc. You made it during regular production. Bottom line. I'm not trying to hear that. All right? But let's keep going because, and more excuses, guys. Peta. Now, we talked about this last week, all right? Peta said that, you know, in Battlefield 3, you killed that rat that attacks you, and that they're trying to teach you how to, you know, kill animals. I mean, we heard that, right? Well, now Peta's come out, and you guys sent me a lot of mail on this, all right? That Peta is trashing Mario over wearing his raccoon suit. Now, first off, Mario's been doing this for, what, 20 years? He's been doing it 20 years or something like that? You're just now saying something about this? This is ridiculous. And they talk about how they're going to have this anti-Mario campaign. That was earlier this week. Now they're saying, since all the backlash is coming up, they're backtracking. It seems like everyone does a lot of backtracking these days, all right? It says, they're saying that their anti-Mario campaign was a joke. It was only a joke. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. All right, Peta, don't play games. Look, you're doing that. And the first time I heard that, you know, there was this anti-Mario campaign, I'm saying to myself, there's somebody right now on the street either being raped or shot or molested or something, and they don't give a shit. I don't see them getting all up in arms about that. Not at all right? But animals, yeah, whole different story, you know. But they're saying it's a joke, and they're backtracking, so pretty much you're trolling for attention. That's what you're doing, Pete. That's all you ever do anyway is want attention. That's what you want. You go out there, and you have half-naked people on the street, you throw paint at people and carrying on. You want attention. That's what you want. It's a joke. I can't believe that people still support Peta at this point. You know, there's a difference between raising awareness and just acting a fucking fool. That's what it is. There's a difference, and what they do is way too extreme. Anything that's to the extreme is wrong as it is. All right? Doesn't matter what it's about. It's wrong. Anyways, I need to move on. All right, because gamers, you have stepped up this week. That's right. There's two guys right now. You guys sent me this, and it's amazing. I've seen this game that's coming out, and it's only made by two guys. All right, they're doing all the sprite work, all the battle system, combat, and everything. And there's a large following for this game. I mean, huge following apparently. All right, this reminds me back in the late '90s or early 2000s when Mugen was really big. Well, now it seems like this game actually has. I'll put it like this. It's going to fly under the radar. It's going to fly under the radar, and it's going to have a huge cult following. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, and you haven't seen it yet, please support these guys with Card Saga Wars. Now, if you like what you've seen already, by all means, support these guys. And the character listing and the frequently asked questions, the link is in the info bar for this, all right? Also, their main site, the link is in the info bar. It is in Spanish, though. But the character listings and frequently asked questions are in English. And also, they have a ton of characters that have not been named yet. Not at all right? They're just mystery characters. This is going to be something big. I'm just saying. Now, also, we need to move on in more fighting news. The famous Daigo. That's right. Apparently, he's doing something to save arcades himself. Apparently, he's been talking to, he went to Brazil to talk about, getting some arcades up. This is going to be big. All right? Gamers are doing it. They're just doing it on their own at this point. Also, I want to say this now. I got some mail yesterday. I'll say yesterday, a couple days ago, whatever. It's been a while. I go through so much mail. All right? And apparently there's a fighting circuit out in South Africa. That's right. They sent me a message, pretty much a lengthy message on what's going on out there. And I'm not going to read the whole thing to you guys, but I will give you what I have already, all right? It says, I'm in a small but very active fighting game community in Cape Town, South Africa. Together with several of my friends, we are trying to promote the fighting game scene here with the intention of building up enough skillful players to enter international tournaments, all right? At the moment, we have a small following of roughly 20 to 40 or so players who have dedicated themselves to mastering titles like Tekken 6, Super Street Fighter 4, Marvel vs. Capcom 3. It says, of course, many in Cape Town, that's South Africa, start out in fighting games with King of Fighters and with the imminent release of King of Fighters 13 coming out. All right, it says we are trying to promote that series too. We also attend an event called 2 Up Gamers. A meet and greet type affair that lets players interact with people from the gaming industry. It says they have shown a great deal of interest in getting their fighting game scene recognized, not just in Cape Town, but at a national level at this point. That's right, guys. Now, for those who need more proof on this, let's look at the video and see exactly what they're doing in Cape Town.
Nervous, excited, it's a different feeling. Thank you. But I'm looking forward to the win. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun more than anything else. It's not about winning or losing, but about how you win. Yes. It's been a blast. I'm quite happy to have said that games are fun again.
It goes to show you that gamers are trying to use video games as a positive influence. Anyone that knows what's going on in South Africa, seriously, it's pretty bad over there, all right? With all the fighting and everything, this is something that can definitely make a difference. This is serious business. All right, and especially the fact that I just love the fact that they're really trying to make a difference. They're trying to promote this type of positivity, this type of togetherness. That's what this is. I told you before, that's what communities do. And it doesn't matter if you're from America, Japan, China, South Africa, Brazil. It doesn't matter. Gamers are always going to be for gamers. That's what it comes down to, guys. And if you like what you've seen, I'm telling you now, the link is in the info bar to their YouTube channel where they have gamer testimonials on exactly how, they feel about the gaming circuit and things of that nature. Also, the video that you just seen. Okay, now, I need to move on because, speaking of America real quick, all right, North America accounts for 60% of Street Fighter's fan base. That's pretty interesting. Also, in more news, all right, Sony news, actually, was it transfer your PSP UMDs to the Vita, and guess what? They're going to charge you for it. They're going to charge you for it. Look, guys, and apparently it says 60% of PSP owners plan to move to the Vita, so they're going to make even more money off that. People, if you were thinking about doing this, hold on to your PSPs. Don't trade them in. Hold on to them, all right? Because as far as I'm concerned, just wait for the next iteration of Vita to come out. Don't get the first one yet. You know how this goes. You know they're going to make one, and then later they're going to make a smaller one or a slimmer one or a more advanced one. Just wait. Just wait. That's all you got to do. But the fact that they didn't come up with a module or some type of component that you can just transfer your stuff over, no, now they want to charge you for it? This is a joke, man. Whatever. Fuck them. All right, seriously. Also, in more handheld news, apparently there's a limited edition Zelda-themed Nintendo 3DS. Apparently it's getting rave reviews right now. Rave reviews. Also, Earthrise, the game Earthrise, is going free to play in 2012. All right, also, and here's something that's probably going to piss off some of you guys. You guys asked me about this, about Need for Speed The Run. Yeah, the campaign is only 2 hours long. Yes, 2 hours long. I don't understand, I understand that games want to start doing the same thing as movies and then hit you with DLC later, but you got to be kidding me here. 2 hours? 2 hours. Come on, man. Anyways, some more news. Mortal Kombat Arcade Collection will be getting a patch soon. It may be out by Thanksgiving. So anyone who had any problems with Mortal Kombat Collection, now you know. Also, Mitsuru and Akihiko is confirmed for the Persona fighting game. Alright, and more news. Ninja Gaiden 3 has set for the Wii U launch. Yeah, we already know about the Wii U news that came out earlier I was talking about. Alright, also, Ubisoft is advising Beyond Good and Evil lovers to support Rayman Origins. I don't understand why you do that. Just because you like one game doesn't mean you're going to like the other. But if you're trying to get people to buy a game because they like a certain game, something's not right there. Something's not right there. All right, you're just trying to add on to your sales. Anyways, Sony is developing, for what I'm hearing, a cutting-edge social game for the PS3. Like they didn't learn from PlayStation Home, huh? They didn't learn from that? Seriously, they can't even get PlayStation Home right, but they want to make a social game. Whatever. Anyways, GT6, that's right. Gran Turismo 6 is already in the making. Now, I don't have a problem with this, dude. To fake say, oh, well, GT5 just came out not too long ago and they're hitting us with DLC. I understand, but as you know, GT5 took, what, 10 years to come out? So this is really nothing right now. Until until we hear more about it and say it's, close to being made, we'll go by that, all right? We'll go by and see just how long it takes. But seriously, GT5 took forever to make. This is not a big deal. Also, a lone senator, that's right, is promising to fight, and this is by himself, to fight against the Protect IP Act. Now, for those who don't know what's going on with the Protect IP Act, pretty much it's going to hit all of us. All right, anybody who does video game videos or uses trailers or things of that nature or does gameplay videos, yeah, we're all going to be hit by this. All of it if this goes through. All right, this is pretty much control for companies, and it will shut out a lot of us. It really will. All right, but the fact that this guy is the only guy who's trying to fight this, it goes to show you how many people are just like either have their hands, the companies have, their hands in their pocket. You know what I mean? You're just giving them money, or they don't care. Either or. We don't know what these politicians have up their sleeve. We don't know what connections they have. We don't know. All right, but as far as I'm concerned, this is going to. I don't think this is going to go well. I really don't think it's going to go well, to be quite honest. But I don't want to harp on any more bad news, guys. I really don't. Apparently, there's a young entrepreneur, that's right, by the name of Anthony Frazier. He's talked with CNN's Soledad O'Brien about Played, which is a social network app for gamers. Apparently, young gamers are doing it once again, and it's amazing the fact that this guy got on CNN. So let's check out the interview real quick.
I got into technology when I was in maybe 7th grade. We didn't have computers in my school. I saw a truck pull up with all these computers and stuff like that. I guess somebody had donated them to the school, and we even had a new computer teacher and everything like that. So they started a computer club, and you get to stay after, play games, and learn about setting up an email address. Little stuff that, made it seem like it was a big deal, setting up an email address. But yeah, that's ever since that day, I think I was into it.
So tell me about Played. So Played is what exactly?
Well, Played is it's going to be a social network for gamers on your mobile. You know, the way I see it is I like to talk about games so much that I wanted to create a streamlined word of mouth channel where we can share what we're playing. You know, no matter what platform you're using, whether iPhone, PlayStation, 360, whatever. You know, share what you're playing and also get recommendations for what you should play next. I always felt that word of mouth was, you know, the biggest thing that made me want to go buy a game. I didn't buy a game unless, you know, my brother or my friend would tell me, hey, you know, this is a cool game. But, you know, now it's actually a fact. It's really a statistic that most games are bought by word of mouth. So the industry is getting bigger, you know. It's a $70 billion industry by 2015. It's already like 60 million types of apps, whatever, you know, no matter what you do. It's games coming out every second. And with the tools, you know, of today, it's easier for anybody to create a game. So all these games are coming out, so people are talking. It's a lot of white noise. And what I want to do is just take the white noise away.
Will you move out here? I mean, can you go back to Newark where there's not that much support and not that much infrastructure for funding people who are passionate about games and gamers?
I will probably move out here, to tell the truth. But that doesn't mean that I won't go back to, you know, Montclair or Newark and, you know, and give back, you know, and bring some resources and let them know how it is and how to do whatever I did. I definitely won't abandon them, because if I do, then how can I talk to the younger version of me, you know? So I'm just looking, that's the one thing I want to do. You know, I saw an interview with, I think it was Will Smith not too long ago. He's like, you need to become an idea, you know? So, and I never understood that until I was out here, because I was thinking about, you know, my younger self. And I never had the idea of a black entrepreneur or a black tech entrepreneur, but now I do. So I want to give the idea to somebody else.
Did you hear what he said? Did you hear what he said about word of mouth? I've been saying this for months. That's the best way to go about advertising. You don't need a bunch of reviewers. No. You don't need millions of dollars in advertising. No. Word of mouth from the gamers is the best advertising you can ever have. It is. It always has been that way. It always will be that way. You have to understand it. Now, guys, I have some news for you. Any of you guys who are aspiring to be game designers, there's a 2-part series, link in the info bar for you guys, explaining the ups and downs, that's right, of game design and everything like that if you plan on getting into this business. Also, there's a study now. Apparently, there's a study for game design at DeVry. So all you guys who are thinking about getting into this business, I'm just trying to give you some links to help you out, and maybe you can check it out. I'm not saying go run at them. I'm just saying check them out, see if it interests you. If it's not for you, don't do it. You know what I mean? But if it does interest you, by all means, I'm just trying to help you out. Anyways, guys, let me move on. I don't need this anymore. I need to talk a little bit for a minute. It's been a hell of a week. I know this. All right, I'm kind of tired, but it doesn't matter, all right, because this is the end of the week, it's the weekend, I can relax on the weekend, doesn't matter. Anyways, guys, I just want to say thank you guys for still watching this show. But seriously, it's been, you guys said there was a milestone not too long ago. I don't really check my channel, like my channel stuff, so you said I had over 1 million views, and the page, the fan page is getting ready to hit 1,000, and all these milestones are happening at once, and I really don't pay attention to them, but you guys sending me messages saying congratulations. I just want to say thank you guys, because without you guys, it wouldn't be where it is today. All right, I just want to say that. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for this week. Hopefully, it's been a busy week. You got some extra video in, so I will talk to y'all later. Y'all be safe. Y'all have a good weekend. Start up next week. I'm out.
I'm ready for you, so bring it.
My name is Bryce Boltzmann, Slayer of demons and thorn in your side!
Bryce Boltzmann with OPHS.
Anyway, he's been a demon hunter for the past 5 centuries, give or take.
How are you anyway, Bryce? Not bad. I won't be dying anytime soon.
I simply adore that shade of salmon pink. Your arrogant words are dripping with pride and overconfidence.
However, demon hunters can't carry out their work entirely by themselves.
Yeah, we get awfully sad all by our lonesome.
Come on, boy! My beautiful traitor!
Use your head. Bryce! Look over there!
You again. 500 years. Time doesn't seem to have been kind to you.
Do you have any clue who I am? I'm Nikki Summerfield, you moron. Yeah, the Nikki Summerfield. But I guess I can't blame you. My big TV debut.
Tough break. He was hit by a stray knife I threw. Purely unintentional, you know.
You killed another partner?
Accidents happen. No big deal, alright?
Bryce, can you explain to me what the hell is going on?
Hello, Lefty!
It's about time I finished what I started half a millennium ago.
What's going on outside?
Big demon parade. Just what you'd expect.
Ooh, you aren't fried, then you're worth nothing to me.
Yeah, what up, Buck? Huh? Slight change of plans.
Bryce!
Don't worry, just keep going!
Arcadia? Jump!
What?
Either do as I say, or I'm gonna get really nasty.